you cheated on me with my wife. I didn't just break up your affair, I destroyed your entire life. Alright, let me tell you about a betrayal that happened a long time ago, but it still burns within me, a betrayal that taught me that there are some people that you can never trust, and that sometimes, revenge is the only option. It all started way back in the early 2000s, yeah, when I started to suspect that my wife, that woman I had married, was doing something that she wasn't supposed to be doing. My kids were still young, just 4 and 6, but they were observant, they were picking up on things, they were telling me stories about staying with my wife's parents, almost every day, which made absolutely no sense. When I asked her, yeah, she denied it. Of course, she did. She was a terrible liar, a pathetic excuse for a human being. I just knew that she was lying to me, so I started to track the mileage on her car, and, sure enough, she was driving an extra 400 miles every single week, and I just knew, in my heart, that something was wrong. That's when I finally decided to start digging, to uncover the disgusting truth that she had been trying so desperately to hide. One day, she left a sticky note with her AOL password next to the keyboard, like she wanted to get caught, like she wanted me to just do it. I logged in, yeah, I did, I couldn't resist, and I saw all of her email exchanges with her college BFF, her pathetic excuse of a friend, where they were talking about how she was regularly effing some ex-boyfriend from high school. They were even making fun of his wife for being fat after having kids. I was disgusted by the whole thing, by the sheer vulgarity, by the casualness of it all. So I printed out those emails, and I stashed them, and they were just the beginning, the first step in my elaborate plan to get my revenge. I needed the details, I needed the names, I needed all the information I could get. I called a friend who was a cop, and he suggested that I call this guy he knew, a former cop turned pie, this guy Ron. He was great, honestly, he was just what I needed. I paid his retainer, gave him the emails, and what little I knew about my wife's activities, and he put all of the pieces together. His report was a masterpiece, with all of the photos, all of the times, the dates, the locations, all the details about how she would take our kids to her parents, then she would go to see this piece of garbage, she would have lunch with him, then they'd go to some dumpy motel for a few hours, and then, yeah, she'd pick up the kids, come home and pretend like everything was fine. At that point, I hired a divorce lawyer, because, in my book, there was just no way that we could work things out, not after that level of betrayal. My own parents cheated on each other, and that fallout absolutely screwed up my childhood, and I wasn't going to let my kids go through the same hell that I did. It was unacceptable. It was utterly despicable. It was something that I was never going to forget.